Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Service Valley Sabre Dogs Baseball. And today the Sabre Dogs are trying to get something out of this series as they have lost the previous 3 games against the Western Nebraska Pioneers. So you're live from Oregon Trail Park Stadium in Gary, Nebraska. Last night's game was a total disaster in every aspect imaginable as the Sabre Dogs lost 16-0 as the defense committed a lot of errors. The offense wasn't able to get very many hits, and the pitching was not very good either. So hopefully they can turn around from that performance yesterday and try to get a win in this series and try to move on to Fremont with a win under their belt during this 10-game road trip, as it is now day 4. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings, at least for the second half, starting with the Clark Division. Western Nebraska is in first place with a 15-5 record. Fremont is 3.5 games out at 10-7. Hastings is 4 games out at 10-8, and Casper is 4.5 games out at 10-9. Spearfish is in the last 5-13, 9 games out. And as for Lewis Division, the Sabre Dogs are still in first at 14-6. They are 2.5 games up on the Badlands Big Sticks, who hopped the Pier Trappers, and not really mattering too much. The Trappers, who the Sabre Dogs really care about, as they are still 3 games back they're still 3 games back of the Sabre Dogs. The Trappers are 10-8. The Up City Hot Shots are 6.5 games out at 8-13, and the Whiskey Jacks are 12 games out at 3-19. And take a look at last night's scores. Once again, the Sabre Dogs lost 16-0 yesterday. Fremont was able to beat Hub City 8-7. Badlands beat Pier 14-1, and Hastings was able to beat Spearfish 21-4, and Casper beat Wheat City 8-7. That game has not been posted on Point Streak, but I was able to find that out on Twitter. So there are already There's already one game in action, and that was between Hub City and Fremont, as the Hotshots lead on the road 1-0 in the bottom of the first at Muller Field in Fremont, Nebraska. Hastings and Spearfish is supposed to have gotten underway already. No score posted there. Pier and Badlands about to get underway, and so is this game here, as there is a slate of 4 games going on this evening around the Expedition League. So we'll have the starting lineups and give you an update on how the Sabre Dogs are doing statistically against the Pioneers coming up after the break. Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. Back here at Oregon Trail Park Stadium in Gary, Nebraska, time for the starting lineups. Starting off with the home team, the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Leading off and playing shortstop is Zach Peterson. Batting second, playing right field is Alonzo Bibiano. Batting third and playing center is Cole Gamble. Batting fourth and catching is Will Olson. Batting fifth and playing first is Colin Ludwig. Batting sixth and DHing is Chance Medina. Batting seventh and playing third is Quinn Ayers. Batting eighth and playing left field is Peyton Lewis. And batting ninth and playing second is Cole Kaler with Bradley Morgan on the mound. As for the Sabre Dogs, leading off and playing left field is Philip Childs. Batting second and DHing is Cruz Taylor. Batting third and playing first is Chauncey Callier. Batting fourth and playing short is Josh Pano. Batting fifth and playing third is Jace Edwards. Batting sixth and playing third is Nick Mastoni. Batting seventh and catching is Drew Pollum. Batting eighth and playing right is Wilson Rubion. And batting ninth and playing center is Luke Quick with Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza on the mound. So Philip Childs was just about the only Sabre Dog that hit well yesterday. He went 2 for 4 with a stolen base. After that, only one other hit, and that was from Josh Pano, with the rest of the team going hitless. Sabre Dogs' batting average as a team is down to 266, which at its highest point was up to 275. And this series has not been kind to the Sabre Dogs, as they are now batting 151 in these 3 games versus the Pioneers, and overall versus the Pioneers are batting 199, including their 4 games at Corbett Field, in which they hit 221. As for the second half stats, Sabre Dogs are still batting 280, but stats have gone down. It's just because of the series, mainly. And at the beginning of the series, the batting average was in the 320s in the second half. So Phil Childs comes to play with a batting average of 355, the only Sabre Dog to have his batting average go up from yesterday, as it went from 350 to 355. First pitch to the sophomore from the University of Texas Arlington is in there for strike one, and we are underway for the final game of this 4-game series. Again, it is Bradley Morgan from Salt Lake Community College who's on the mound. Is that one a swing and a miss for strike 2? His last 2 outings are both against the Sabre Dogs. His last time out, he went 3 innings with no earned runs, 1 hit, and 2 strikeouts and no walks.
Here's the 0-2 pitch.
0-2 sitting in the air towards left center field. It is hooking, and that will be caught by Cole Gamble for out number 1. Sabre Dogs are now 12-6 in the month of July, 13-12 on the road. They're 3-4 against the Western Nebraska Pioneers, 6-9 against Clark Division opponents, with a record of 1-7 on the road against Clark Division opponents. Have an overall record of 30-20, which is 3.5 games back of the Badlands Big Sticks, and 14-6 record in the second half, which is 3 games up on the second place Pier Trappers. And that's referring to just excommunicate the Badlands Big Sticks from the equation because they have that first round bye. So first pitch, that one a breaking ball in there for a strike. As Cruz Taylor comes to plate, went 0 for 3 yesterday. Coming into today has a batting average of 293. The 0-1, that will miss on the outside corner. That will make it 1-1 with 1 away in the top of the first. 4:35 is the first pitch starting time. Right in between the temperatures of yesterday and the hot 2 days on Thursday and Friday. 1-1 pitch. Check swing, breaking ball. That one's in there for strike 2. Taking a look at Bradley Morgan's overall standings on this season. He has a record, or excuse me, stats rather. Has a perfect record of 3-0 with a 3.34 ERA. This is his 6th start in his 11th game he has appeared in. He has 32 in a third innings with 44 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 28 hits with a 124 whip. As that one makes it 2-2. His hat has fallen off already twice after pitches. The first one was during warm-ups, so we'll see if they'll have to adjust and give him a new hat or something. Two-two pitch now. Ahead of that breaking ball for strike 3. Sabre Dogs are struck out 9 times yesterday. So that will bring up Chauncey Callier. He was 0 for 3 yesterday with a walk. So coming into today's game, Chauncey Collier with a solid batting average of .366 as the first pitch is hit into left field. That one is hooking, and that will be caught by Peyton Lewis for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning to start for the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first coming up after a quick break. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball on the YouTube page of the Service Valley Sabre Dogs. Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe. So the starter for the Sabre Dogs is Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza. He has a record of 3-2. They have .351 ERA, making his 11th appearance as well as his 4th start. He's went for 33 1/3 innings with 37 Ks, 15 walks, and 22 strikeouts with a 1.11 WHIP. He has been made a starter mainly because of the Sabre Dogs have been so short on arms, but also because he has been so good this season. His last outing got a win against the Pioneers. He went 6 innings with no earned runs with 1 run total, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 6 Ks. That was back on July 13th. Here's once again the hitting order for the Pioneers. It'll be Zach Peterson, Alonzo Bibiano, Cole Gamble, Will Olson, Colin Ludwig, Chance Medina, Quinn Ayers, Peyton Lewis, and Cole Kaler. Overall in this season, the Pioneers are batting .280 on this season. And against the Sabre Dogs, they are batting now .252, which has spiked 71 points since the start of this series. As for this particular series, they are batting .340 with 35 hits out of 103 at-bats. And they just went off yesterday. Had 14 hits out of their 16 runs. Here's the first pitch from Bresner Mendoza. That one misses in the dirt for ball 1. Sabre Dogs still trying to figure out their starting rotation with the absence of some of their starters that left after the All-Star break. 1-0 pitch as that one is outside for ball 2. Bresner Mendoza has 3 decisions in his last 3 times out. 2 wins and a loss, and that is a slow grounder to the shortstop Josh Pano, third first in time. We're out number 1. Let's take a look at the fielding order for the Sabre Dogs this evening. From left to right in the infield, it'll be Jace Edwards, Josh Pano, Nick Mastoni, and Chauncey Collier. From left to right in the outfield, it'll be Philip Childs, The Quick, and Wilson Rubion. Behind the plate is Drew Pollum, and on the mound is, of course, Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza. So going to the plate is Alonzo Bibiano. Batting average of .259 on this season, and against the Sabre Dogs, batting 10 for 25, tied for the most hits amongst the team in the current 7-game series as the first pitch misses for ball 1. So only 2 Western Nebraska Pioneers have played in the first 7 games in between these 2 teams, and actually both of them are making their 8th start as that one misses in the dirt for ball 2, and that is Zach Peterson and Colin Ludwig. Played in every single game during the series. These 2 teams will not play again during the regular season, but could meet in the finals. We'll see how it all unfolds. 2-0 pitch. And that one is in there for strike 1. Sabre Dogs have a long uphill climb as they're going to have to reconfigure their identity. As of right now, things are getting a little cloudy with the departure of some of the arms that they lost. That one fouled out of play to make it strike 2. Just need a couple of guys on the pitching staff to step up, as currently Amongst the pitching staff, you have Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza, Tyler Courtney, Chase Grillo, Braden Henley, Caden Calber, Jace Mapson, Lonnie Morris, Matt Startwell, Corey Smith, Marcelo Terrazas, and Cody Waters. And that's all you got. That's a little blooper in the air, and that will be caught. Wilson Rubion for out number 1 in right field. And that will bring up Cole Gamble. Batting 3 for 21 in the series. The overall series, I guess I should say. 281 on the season, and here at Oregon Trail Park Stadium against the Sabre Dogs, he's batting 2 for 11. So the Sabre Dogs have not gotten a run any sooner than the 5th inning in this current series. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And that's one of the major reasons why they haven't been able to win a game. Also, all of their 9 runs in the series have come in 1 inning during their games. So in the first game, they got all 4 of their runs in the 5th inning, and then on Friday, they got all of their 5 runs in the 9th inning. That was a swing and a miss. And of course, yesterday, didn't get any runs. So Sabre Dogs would like to be able to spread out their runs and try to get more of them. Easier said than done, of course, against the best pitching staff in the league. 0-2 pitch now from Bresner Mendoza. Now on a slow grounder to the second baseman, Mastoni. Throw to first is in time as Callier at first charged it, but then he backed off, seeing that Mastoni could go grab it. So 6 up, 6 down for both teams. We'll head to the top of the second. It'll be the heart of the order coming up for the Sabre Dogs. It'll be Pano, Edwards, and Mastoni. We'll be right back.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
105.3 The Fox is Minot's only rock station, playing the active rock of today, reaching your male audience 18 to 52, and getting your message to their ears.
I'm listening.
And 105.3 The Fox can be heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country. And with our iHeartRadio app, from radio to stream, web, and social media, we've got your bases covered. If you're needing to reach a male audience, we are your radio station.
105.3 The Fox.
Josh Pano will come to plate for the Sabre Dogs to start the top of the second. We were scoreless after the first inning. Pano yesterday went 1 for 4. Only one of 2 Sabre Dogs with a hit. Wind up and the pitch. Breaking ball. That one missed outside for ball 1. That one is ripped to the third baseman, Ayers. Held it at first, but gathers it. Throws it on to first, and is in time for out number 1. Now we'll bring up Jace Edwards. Yesterday it was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Sabre Dogs like to incorporate him more into the lineup. Very versatile infielder, can play anywhere. We've seen him play second, third, and short, as that one misses for ball 1 upstairs. On the year, Jace Edwards batting 191 with 13 hits, 11 runs, as well as 9 RBI. As that one misses to make it 2-0. Against the Pioneers, Edwards is 1 for 10, and in this current series, he is 0 for 1. Actually, correction, 0 for 4. And that one misses as well. Here's now the 3-0. Check swing and lets the ball, or excuse me, strike one go past him.
Taylor and Peterson are playing normal in the middle of the field. Corners play normal as well. Slight gap in the right center. Here it comes again.
That's a little blooper into right field, and
Viviano barely has to move.
that'll be caught by Viviano. Made kind of a weird movement, signifying that he didn't know where it was, but he found it, didn't have to move more than a couple of steps to make out number 2. So that'll bring up Nick Mastoni for the Sabre Dogs, batting .258 on the season. Mastoni playing a second base tonight for the Sabre Dogs. First pitch, that one misses in the dirt for ball 1. Stoney yesterday going 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Stoney has stepped up pretty nicely into almost an every other day sort of role. Here's a 1-0 pitch now, and that one's in there for strike 1. He'll be relied on more now, coming up into the final stretch of the season as he continues to hit better and field better.
Strikes out last night, so bottom of the 7th, starting 11. 1-1 pitch.
It's a slow grounder foul down the third base side. This is Mastoni's 17th start of the season. 16 hits as well as 9 runs and 8 RBI. 1-2 pitch from Morgan. And same spot, same results. Keep it at 1-2. Once again, we will continue to keep an eye out on that Badlands Pier game, as Pier currently leads Badlands 1-0. That one is ripped in right field, base hit. And that is the first hit of the day from either team, and the first base runner as well. The Trappers are trying to avoid the sweep, and so are the Sabre Dogs. And as for the Hot Shots, they lead Fremont 4-1. Coming to the plate is Drew Pollum. Pollum catching for the Sabre Dogs tonight, batting .162 on the season. So the game between Spearfish and Hastings has been pushed back to 5 o'clock. So keep an eye on that whole scenario. This is supposed to start at 3:35 as that pitch in there for strike 1. Stoney has shown off his speed a couple times. He has a couple steals. Here he goes. 0-1 pitch, miss on the outside. The throw is not in time as the catcher Olsen had to make a double clutch move in order to get the transfer clean. That ended up costing him. And now runner in scoring position. 2 down as Pollum will try to bring him around for the first run of the night.
Had that throw on the side, on the right side of the base. Play could have been made. Throw to the opposite side of the base. 1-1 pitch.
1-1 pitch. That one misses the dirt for ball 2, and Olsen keeps in front of him as Olsen has taken a day off yesterday. Hasn't had no success against the Sabre Dogs, 0 for 11 in the 5 games that he's played. So Morgan sets, looks over at second, and here is the 2-1. Now one is grounded to the shortstop Peterson. Throw to first will be over the head of Colin Ludwig, the first baseman. And coming home is Nick Mastoni, and the Sabre Dogs get their first run prior to the first 5 innings in the series. Mastoni scores all the way over from second. That makes it 1-0 Sabre Dogs, as Pollum is going to be safe. That'll be an E6, a very rare error from Peterson, a fantastic fielder for the Pioneers. So that will bring up Wilson Rubion, playing right field tonight. Wilson batting .286 on the year. Has 30 hits and 105 tries. First pitch from Morgan to him. That was in there for strike 1. Second time Wilson has played in this current series at Oregon Trail Park. First time he came around, he was over 3 with an RBI walk. Excuse me, an RBI ground out, rather. And now they got Palm caught in between first and second as the throw from Ludwig over to the shortstop. Peterson is in time, and that will be a caught stealing to end the inning. The Sabre Dogs strike first. Nick Mastoni scores, and the Sabre Dogs lead 1-0. We'll be right back with Sabre Dogs baseball.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
Sabre Dogs strike first, thanks to Nick Mastoni scoring via an error from Zach Peterson. Sabre Dogs are on the board for the first time tonight, as it is 1-0. And as for the Western Nebraska Pioneers, they'll bring up the heart of the order. Will Olson, Colin Ludwig, and Chance Medina as they retired 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. A ground out, a fly out, and then another ground out. So overall in this series, Pioneers batting extremely well, batting average of .340, and see if the Sabre Dogs can shut them down here and get out of here with a win. Of course, the final score will, I'll guarantee the score is not going to be 1-0 final. So the Sabre Dogs have to keep producing offensively and hold strong with their arms. So Bresner Mendoza back on the mound for the Sabre Dogs. Hope to get the most innings out of him as possible. Keep that bullpen fresh for this 10-game series. And that one's heading towards right field. Is slicing, and that one's going to land into the corner off the wall. Running first, heading for second is Will Olson, and he has his first hit against the Sabre Dogs. That's the first hit also of the game from the Pioneers. Came into this game 0 for 11 against Service Valley. That brings up Colin Ludwig. He's having a lot of success against the Sabre Dogs, batting 8 for 22 this season with 6 RBI. Had a home run yesterday. Overall in the year, batting .363 with 45 hits, 31 runs, 12 doubles, 3 home runs, and 27 RBI. First pitch, that one's ripped to left field, and that will be caught by Phil Childs. That was hit on a line. But Phil Childs, the quick left fielder for the Sabre Dogs, was able to corral it down. So that will bring up Chance Medina. 296 on the year. He has 17 RBI as well as 7 doubles, 29 hits, and 19 runs. Medina played second base yesterday, DHing tonight, batting .235 against the Sabre Dogs with 4 hits and 17 tries. First pitch, and that one's a breaking ball that misses inside. Olson has his lead over there at second. Has 2 stolen bases on the year. Keep an eye out on him. Guarded foul. That will even the count at 1-1. So both teams with a hit so far. Sabre Dogs currently lead 1-0. Nick Mastoni scoring on an error from the shortstop Zach Peterson. Here's 1-1 pitch, and that one misses as well for ball 2. President Mendoza working from the stretch for the first time today. Second baseman Nick Mastoni drifting over towards second. Backs off as a 2-1 pitch. That one breaks in the strike zone. Beautiful pitch from Bresner Mendoza. They'll make it 2-2. Nicknamed the Weatherman thanks to his weather reports on the Dogs in the Pen Twitter page. If you don't follow them, be sure to @PennDogs with 2 S's. 2-2 pitch now. Now on a slow grounder. That one bounces to the man on deck, Quinn Ayers. I'll keep it at 2-2. Well, after today's game, they will spend the night here in Gering and then head to Fremont tomorrow. Long trip across the state, take on the Fremont Move tomorrow night. 2-2 pitch, and that one is in the dirt for ball 3. Maybe count full. First full count of the night from either team. Medina was 2 for 6 yesterday. Hits that one foul down the right field line, and it'll keep it 3-2. Only Pioneer with 6 at-bats yesterday, as almost everyone got 6 plate appearances. But a lot of Pioneers ended up getting walked at least once. 3-2 pitch. And that one misses, and that will put Chance Medina on via a walk. So with 1 out and runners on first and second, the third baseman Quinn Ayers will come to the plate for the first time tonight. Ayers the batting average of .207. Actually, .214, my mistake. 3 for 14 on the year. Was 0 for 4 yesterday. One of 2 Pioneers without a hit. The other being Cody Wagner, who came in for Jason Roberson in the middle of the game, who fouled off a ball off his foot, and he's taken today off. Really hope he can come back and recover quickly and finish the rest of the season for the Pioneers. Wagner yesterday had 3 plate appearances, all resulted in walks. Here's the first pitch. Now one's hit towards center field. Moving to his left is Luke Quick. He'll make the catch. That'll be caught. And now tagging over to third is Olsen. And the throw will be cut off by the shortstop, Josh Pano. There'll be runners on the corners with 2 outs for Peyton Lewis.
Sacrifice wide is Peyton Lewis. Runner on the corners.
5 o'clock. Andy Scott's glove here.
Sets it up now for left fielder, number 27 of Texas State, Peyton Lewis.
Sabre Dogs ERA at 4.67 now. It's at 4.47 going into this series. And that one misses low for ball 1. Yesterday definitely did not help the Sabre Dogs ERA. Went up 15 points after giving up 16 total runs, 13 being earned. Here's a 1-0 pitch now, as that one misses for ball 2. And Lewis took yesterday off. Last time he came in, he went 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI. As that is 3 straight balls that have missed low. I'll make it 3-0. Sabre Dogs trying to hold on to their slim 1-0 lead with runners on the corners with 2 outs.
Here comes the 3-0 pitch.
3-0 pitch now, and that one is in there. The obligatory fastball down the middle to get back in the count.
2-1 the count now on Lewis, Texas State University from Cypress, Texas.
Lewis playing left field this evening from Texas State University. President Mendoza sets and delivers. As that one misses, that'll be a 5-pitch walk to put Peyton Lewis on first base, and that will load the bases for Cole Kaler. He took yesterday off. going into today's game against the Sabre Dogs, batting 2 for 19, and in this series, 2 for 7. And on the year, Cole Kaler batting 283. Starting second baseman for the Clark Division All-Star team. First pitch to him. And that one misses. Nice stop by Drew Pollum, and now quick mound meeting between the two. And 2 outs, and now Pollum putting his arm around Rezer Mendoza's shoulder, just giving him some words of encouragement here. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, Sabre Dogs lead 1-0 on a Nick Mastoni error. Excuse me, a Zach Peterson error to bring home Nick Mastoni. On deck is the top of the order with Zach Peterson. Yesterday, the Pioneers were able to get 6 runs on the Sabre Dogs. Trying to avoid that happening here. That one is hit well towards left field, slicing. Childs is moving over, and that will be fouled down the third base side. That was hit well by Kaler, but missed the fair territory by just a few feet. That would have scored at least 2. That makes the count 1-1.
He's been here since day one. 37 games he has played, 145 at-bats. Also has 6 stolen bases.
Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Breaking ball, that one misses upstairs for ball 2. So if the Sabre Dogs were to finish up at the goal that Corey Thompson set for them at 5-5, they would have to win 5 of their next 7 games. Now timeout called. Sabre Dogs currently 0-3 during this road stand. 2-1 pitch now. That one's fouled out of play for strike 2. Sabre Dogs have not lost more than 3 games this season, as they have lost 3 in a row just once this year. That was when they got swept in Casper. They then had a 12-game winning streak after that. Now it's hit towards center field, and that one will be playable for Luquick, and he will make the catch for out number 3. So that will bring up the top of the third. Sabre Dogs lead it 1-0. We'll be right back with more Sabre Dogs baseball on the YouTube page of the Service Valley Sabre Dogs.
El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio.
We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Sabre Dogs lead it 1-0 going into the top of the third. Sabre Dogs will bring up Wilson Rubion, Luke Quick, then the top of the order with Phil Childs. It's Bradley Morgan back on the mound for his third inning of work. He's allowed just 1 hit. That would be all the Sabre Dogs need to bring around Nick Mastoni. He reached home via an error. Wilson Rubion will finish his at-bat as Drew Pollum was thrown out at second to finish the inning. So it'll be the three outfielders coming up. The right fielder, center fielder, and left fielder for the Sabre Dogs. Here's a windup in the pitch from Oregon. Lefty from Salt Lake Community College. That one misses upstairs for ball one. Take a look at the scores around the league. Badlands leads Pierre now 3-2 in the top of the second. Hub City leads Fremont 4-1, and as for the Hastings and Spearfish game, they will get that underway here shortly. So that one is swung on, missed for strike one. Was originally scheduled for 3:35, but that game has been postponed till 5 o'clock local time. 1-1 pitch now. That one is in there for strike two. We'll be on during the second half, batting .219 as that one is hit to the shortstop Peterson. That one is caught. Actually, it was not caught. One hopped into his glove, but he's still able to get the runner out at first for out number one. So that will bring up Luke Quick, the junior from the University of Oklahoma. Batting .250 on the year, making his 16th start. 15 hits out of 60 at-bats with 8 runs, 3 doubles, and 4 RBI, as well as 6 stolen bases, as that was in there for strike one. The Quick has played in just one game against the Pioneers. And in that game, went 0-for-3 with a run. See if you can get something going here. And that one swung on and missed. A nice breaking ball from Bradley Morgan. That'll make it 0-2.
For the Sabre Dogs, it's only given up one hit. He's a pretty good ERA at 2.45. Got 3 strikeouts as well.
0-2 pitch. And that one is up high. Trying to get Quick to chase. 5'9" junior from Oklahoma. Does not bite. 1-2 pitch now. Now misses in the dirt for 2-2. The Quick has great patience at the plate. Trying to work his way back to get ahead of the count here. Base is empty with one out. Here's a 2-2 pitch now. Is that one missed upstairs? There it is. Makes the count full.
Pitch.
3-2 pitch, swung on, grounded foul, just missed by a few feet down the third base line. Sabre Dogs are head coached by Corey Thompson. Third base coach and infield coach is Brock Bockham. First base coach and hitting coach is Ben Bennett. And pitching coach is Justin Mulvaney. 3-2 pitch now, and that one is up high for ball 4. Nice plate appearance there from Quick. We'll put him aboard. And that will bring up the leadoff man, Philip Childs, who flew out to center field his first time up. He's 2 for 4 yesterday with a stolen base. And despite the Sabre Dogs getting 3 hits, Philip Childs stayed hot. Didn't get the memo that the Sabre Dogs weren't supposed to hit well yesterday. First pitch, that one's in there for strike one. Fastball in the outside corner. Childs 8 for 27 against the Pioneers for batting average of .296. Has the most at-bats amongst the Sabre Dogs. Go back over to first, check up on Quick, again with 6 stolen bases on the year. In the second half, Luke Quick has Philip Childs has the second highest batting average on the team at .367. That one in the dirt, and Will Olson gets to it before Luke Quick can advance to second. This is the third consecutive day that Mason Dennison doesn't get a start. So I'll try to get some information on him, on his status. Because prior to this series, he had not missed a single game in the second half. He played in Thursday night's game, but since then has not made a start. This is up and away for ball 2. And Quick has his lead over at first. Morgan looks over there. There goes Quick, and that one is hit up the middle and under the glove of the diving Cole Kaler, and Quick is going to head for third, and he's going to be safe, and now Childs is going to head for second, and he's going to be safe. Excellent heads-up base running from both outfielders for the Sabre Dogs. Now put 2 men in scoring position for Cruz Taylor. As Quick goes from first to third, and Childs gets all the way to second. It was a ball that was not hit more than 20 feet into center field.
Infielders, Western Forest will be playing in Hogan. I'm playing in. That's. Years is playing even back at third, but Ludwig is playing far behind first base. Double play is an option here.
So Cruz Taylor 0 for 1 on the day, playing the designated hitter role, as Childs will be credited with a single, as that one misses low for ball 1.
Was the first and only strikeout victim so far for Bradley Morgan today. After swinging out a curve.
Second hit of the game for the Sabre Dogs by Phil Childs. See if the designated hitter can bring him in here. Sabre Dogs already with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. 1-0 pitch now, breaking ball. That one misses inside. Take the count 2-0. And now is a 2-0 pitch. And that one in there for strike 1 on the upper portion of the strike zone. So Sunday means a lot of day baseball around the majors. We'll get the scores to you here in just a little bit.
Appreciate the call too much.
Morgan, the lefty, works on the stretch, looks over his shoulder to check out the third, man on third, really quick. Now it's back at second. Here is a 2-1. Breaking ball, that one also misses up and in for ball 3.
Bradley Morgan is trying to get that curveball all the way inside corner, and according to the home plate umpire, he's missing it by a few inches.
Playing road games on Sundays will be the closest thing the Sabre Dogs get to playing day games this year. So those games will be at 4:30 during Mountain Time, 5:30 Central Time. 3-1 pitch. And that one misses the dirt for ball 4. So that loads the bases for Chauncey Collier. Collier 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field. Just the scenario you want Chauncey to be in right here. Collier 0 for 3 yesterday. Here's the first pitch to Collier. Had a home run on Thursday night. Now on grounded to the first baseman. Touches on third. Throw to first is in time. And that will end the inning. So a double play on the first pitch to Chauncey Collier. Sabre Dogs leave them, or don't get any runs with the bases juiced with just 1 out. We'll be right back with Sabre Dogs baseball.
Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit KemetDental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader.
Sabre Dogs lead 1-0 going to the bottom of the third after stranding a couple runners in the top of the third. Not getting any runs out of bases loaded and one out as Bresler Mendoza, so far in today's game, pitching pretty well. He has went 2 innings so far as he has given up just 1 hit. Does have 2 walks but no earned runs with no strikeouts as he has faced 9 batters. And that will bring up the top of the order with Zach Peterson leading off. Grounded out to Josh Payno his first time up. First pitch from Bresler Mendoza. That one misses for ball 1.
Riley Morgan, 1 strikeout on the day, getting Cruz Taylor, walked 2 batters last inning, walked Taylor.
So if the Sabre Dogs win out here during this road stand, they can finish over 500 against the Clark Division on the road, as that one misses for ball 2. They have this game and then 6 more games with 3 apiece against Hastings and Fremont, as Sabre Dogs are 1-7 on the road against Clark Division opponents. That would put them at 8-7, as that one misses for ball 3. So far this season, they have played the Horseheads a total of 5 times, in which they went 1-4. All those games were Casper. As of right now, they are 0-3 against the Western Nebraska Pioneers here at Oregon Trail Park Stadium. 3-0 pitch. That one's the obligatory fastball down the middle for strike 1. Sabre Dogs, however, are 5-2 against Clark Division opponents at home. And that was in there for strike 2 to make the count full, as Zach Peterson thought it was ball 4 and started heading towards first base and has to reconfigure himself and get ready for the 3-2. And here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. What a batter face there for Bresler Mendoza. Starts behind the count 3-0, comes all the way back. That brings up Bibiano for the Pioneers. Flew out to center field his first time up. Also tonight, the Sabre Dogs are trying to make sure this series between these two teams evens up at 4-4. That one is hit. It takes a high bounce into left field past the diving Jace Edwards. That has a base hit. Bibiano on at first now with 1 out for Cole Gamble, number 3 hitter for the Pioneers. Grounded out to Nick Mastoney, the second baseman, on his first time up. 2 hits apiece so far, with 1 run in the game belonging to the Sabre Dogs. First pitch is in there, curveball, and breaks in the strike zone for strike 1. There's now the 0-1 pitch. Now misses outside, fastball. I'll make it 1-1. Bresler Mendoza not wasting any time on the mound. Working fairly quickly here. Bibiano getting his lead over there first. Pretty big lead, Collier holding him on. Now misses up and away for ball 2. Now Bresler Mendoza steps off the back of the mound. Turns over to check out on Bibiano. Bibiano with 10 stolen bases, the second most on the team. As that one's in there, fastball in the outside corner to make it 2-2. Bresner Mendoza would love a strikeout right here.
Picked up all wins against the Hot Shots, and he had one loss against the Sodbusters.
Once again, Bresner Mendoza stepping off the back of the mound, turning towards Bibiano.
Road coming up here pretty soon. We just have one more homestand after next week's road trip. Count is 2-2 here.
2-2 pitch, and now misses up and away for ball 3. That's where he has missed every time during this at-bat.
Games are going to be at Mike Lansing Field against the Casper Corsets. Arnold Freeman, the original Cardinal lead against the Fremont Blue, July 31st, August 1st, and August 2nd against the Badlands next week.
3-2 pitch, runner goes. That one misses outside, ball 4. And that will put runners on first and second as Bibiano running into the shortstop, Josh Pano, and kind of just hugging him. Because the tag didn't really matter since he was going to get second base free since Gamble walked. Both kind of laugh it off and move on to Will Olson, who is on first and second with still one out. Got a double his first time up, and was left stranded on third base. First pitch is a breaking ball. That one breaks in there for strike 1.
Lewis Division, Sabre Dogs are 14-6, Big 6, 11-8, Trappers 10-8, Hot Shots 8-13, and the Lewis Jacks 3.
Saying this is a big game for the Pioneers would not be true, considering they already have that first spot locked up in the playoffs. They can do anything they want here. As that one hits Will Olson. I'm not quite sure where that hit him, and that sounded to me like that hit the bat. As Bresner Mendoza thought the same thing too. I don't think I've ever heard a ball hit a skin and make a sound of a wooden bat before. That's kind of interesting, but so I heard that all the way up here. And usually if you hit skin, it's got to be usually pretty clean off of a bone to make any sort of noise, and even if it doesn't make that much noise. Or maybe off the helmet, but it was in on the hands. Goodness gracious. So that'll put runners on all the bases for Colin Ludwig. So Bresner Mendoza now has to reset his mindset here for Colin Ludwig, who has been fantastic at the plate for the Pioneers, as he does a good job of eyeing down the strike zone and has a pretty good idea of where all the pitches are going to be and what's a ball and what isn't. That one was ripped and caught by Chauncey Callier. That's going to be a double play. He taps first base as Ludwig throws his bat and his helmet in disgust over to the dugout, and that will end the inning. And once again, bases loaded, stranded for the Pioneers. So we will head to the top of the fourth. Still 1-0 Sabre Dogs lead. We'll be right back.
iHeartRadio. Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience.
Back up to you, TJ.
Sabre Dogs bringing up the heart of the order with Josh Pano, Jace Edwards, and Nick Mastoni coming up the 4, 5, 6 spots. In the top of the third, Sabre Dogs had bases loaded with one out, and it was a 5-3 double play as Quinn Ayers caught a line drive and tagged third base and was able to get out Chauncey Callier on a throw over to first. Josh Pano 0 for 1 on the day, ground out to Quinn Ayers. 2 hits apiece with 1 run for the Sabre Dogs, none from the Pioneers as they left bases loaded with 1 out. Unassisted double play from Chauncey Callier, caught a line drive and touched first base. Wound up in the pitch from Morgan. That one's fouled out of play for strike 1. Morgan doing pretty good so far in this game. 3 innings with 2 hits, 1 run. It was unearned since Mastoni scored on an error. 2 walks and a strikeout. 0-1, breaking ball, foul tip. That'll make it 0-2. I guess what this series means for the Pioneers is sort of a finals preview, possibly. And again, the Sabre Dogs would have to make the playoffs and then beat the Badlands Big Sticks in Dickinson. So a lot of things have to fall in line in order for the Sabre Dogs to get to the Pioneers in the playoffs, as that one misses for ball 1. 1-2 pitch now. Now it's in the air. That will slice out of play for, well, we'll keep it at 1-2. Game moving by pretty slow considering both teams getting a lot of hits and getting on base, but not able to bring the runners around. Happened quite a bit in the series at Corbett Field. 1-2 pitch now, as that one misses in the dirt, and that will make it 2-2. The Pioneers really taking advantage of the lack that the Sabre Dogs have lost a few of their own pitchers. 2-2 pitch now. Now misses outside for ball 3. Back-to-back balls from Bradley Morgan. So far on the day, 2 walks. Both of them were in the last inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Pano's down on strikes. He had 3 strikeouts yesterday with a single. And that will bring up Jace Edwards, who is 0 for 1, fly out to right field.
Strikeout by Pano, 1 out away in the inning. Now batting for the Sabre Dogs, the third baseman, number 15 from Spokane Community College, Jace Edwards.
Line up in the pitch from Bradley Morgan. That one misses from the lefty from Salt Lake Community College. 1-0 pitch. And that one misses away for ball 2. Base is empty, 1 out. Here in the top of the 4th. 2-0 check swing, and that one became miss low for ball 3. Home plate umpire signaled a foul ball there, but I guess it was ball 3. That's what the scoreboard says at least. Here's a 3-0 pitch, allegedly. So that one misses for a ball, and that will actually make it 3-1. So, okay, that does make sense because home plate umpire did signal a foul ball there. Just had the wrong count on the scoreboard, so that'll make it 3-1. And that is a 5-pitch walk to Jace Edwards, and I'll put him on first for Nick Mastoni. Mastoni has one of the team's 2 hits, as he had a single back in the 2nd inning, came around to score. Has the only run of the game. Also reached 2nd on a stolen base, and came all the way around to score on that error. Edwards has his lead over at first. First pitch. That one misses low and away. Throw back over to first, and not in time as the throw misses a little bit too high and wide to Colin Ludwig. Edwards with 2 stolen bases on the season. Here's the 1-0 pitch now.
Here it comes.
And that one is in there. That'll even the count 1-1.
1-1 now.
That one is hit to shortstop. Pearson takes a weird kick. Might have been off a sprinkler head or something there, and Edwards is going to book it all the way over third. He's going to be safe. That was a very weird hop. As it was going right to Peterson. Looked like a double play that was going to end the inning. Instead, the Sabre Dogs are still alive with runners on the corners for Drew Pollum with 1 out.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Now batting for the Sabre Dogs, Central Arkansas, number 21.
So that will go down as a single. Can you give the grounds crew an error? I'm not quite sure, but if that was possible, that would be the official. That would go down in the official scorebook. So Pollum reached via an error his first time up. First pitch. That one's hit towards left field. That should get the run in, as that will be caught by Gamble. And Edwards is going to score, and is now a 2-0 Sabre Dogs lead. So Pollum will stay, or excuse me, Mastoni will stay over at first. Now we'll bring up Wilson Rubion with 2 outs as Pollum picks up RBI number 5 on the season. Rubion 0 for 1 with a ground out back in the third. First pitch in the dirt, nice stop by Will Olson. I'll make it ball 1.
He's trying to find his spot. Like one of the most humble players we have on our Pioneer team. Hardly ever see him get.
No action going on in the Sabre Dogs bullpen as of yet. Keep an eye out on that moving forward. Currently, Bresson Mendoza with a shutout, and now another 1-3-6 caught stealing. Nice pickoff move from Bradley Morgan, and that will end the inning. So the Sabre Dogs will head to the bottom of the fourth with a 2-0 lead. We'll be right back with Sabre Dogs baseball.
Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the one call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
Mix 99.9, Minot's variety station. Mix puts our personality and music focus on adult women, whether it's the moms at home or at work, to those that are business owners, or the women who have declared 50 is the new 30. Let Mix go to work for you, playing a variety of music from the 80s, 90s, and today, and can be heard on over 2,000 smart devices all across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. We are Mix 99.9, Minot's variety station.
Sabre Dogs add to the lead with a sac fly from Drew Pollum to make it 2-0. So we're here in the bottom of the fourth. Coming up for the Pioneers are the 6-7-8 batters, Chance Medina, Quinn Ayers, and Peyton Lewis. Back-to-back innings where the Pioneers had runners on all of the bases, and Bresner Mendoza was able to get out of it. Mendoza's went 3 innings with 2 hits allowed with 3 walks, no runs, and a strikeout. As that one hits the batter Chance Medina, he'll go over to first. Does that one look like it hit him maybe on the shoulder? So it hit him and then it hit his bat, and it went flying over to the Sabre Dogs dugout.
Number 17, Quinn Ayers to the plate.
Ayers a fly out to center field his first time up.
Was that been last night's game that fans of the Pioneers were tired of? He has a good sized lead. 3 hits for them, 2 hits for us, 2 runs.
Mendoza sets and let's go. First pitch, and that one gets past Drew Pollum on a low ball on the outside edge, and that will advance Chance Medina over to second on a wild pitch. So 2 hits for the Pioneers with no runs. They got a man in scoring position with nobody out. 1-0 pitch. And this is outside once again to make it 2-0.
Sabre Dogs need Renzo Mendoza to at least go 3 or 4 more innings because they're so short on pitch.
Medina over there at second has 1 stolen base on the year. Nobody holding him on really, as that one misses low for ball 3. Quinn Ayers has only played against the Sabre Dogs this season. 3 for 14 on the year. Has 3 runs with 2 doubles and 2 RBI. 3-0, that one gets away from Pollum again, and that will put runners on the corners. 4-pitch walk to Quinn Ayers, and that will bring up Peyton Lewis.
Left fielder, number 27 out of Texas State University, Peyton Lewis.
Lewis reached via walk his first time up.
Sabre Dogs probably have the best offense in the league, right behind us. Could not get past our defense in last night's game.
Lewis batting .231 on this season, playing in his 26th game. He has 18 hits as the first pitch. So that one is in there for strike 1. Along with 18 hits, he has 3 doubles with 7 runs and 7 RBI.
Ayers has a decent size in at first base.
See if Ayers takes off to second here to try to evade a double play as that one misses. Count is now 1-1.
Lose so many pitchers from the Sabre Dogs this late in the season really does hurt.
1-1 pitch now from Bresner Mendoza. That one again is going to get past Drew Pollum, and that will score a run. And the Pioneers are on the board for the first time today as Ayers also advances to second base. Chance Medina gets all the way home on 3 wild pitches. That's got to be frustrating. Your catcher is unable to make some of those plays. And some of them, of course, are very difficult to make. He's doing his best out there, Pollum is. We'll see how that progresses moving forward. And that one also misses low and in, but this time not in the dirt. Pollum corrals that one in and make it 2-1. Defensively, it's been a tough series for the Sabre Dogs, a rarity, as yesterday they had 4 errors. Season high. 3-1 pitch now, still nobody out, and that one is a 5-pitch walk that puts Peyton Lewis on at first. There'll be runners on first and second for Cole Kaler. Now, mound visit from pitching coach Justin Mulvaney, as Drew Pollum was way ahead of Mulvaney, so that will give us some time to take a look at the scores once again around the Expedition League. The game between Pierre and Badlands, as Badlands has really blown that one open, is now 8-2 as the Trappers got to a very brief lead. The Big Sticks have taken over. They're trying to get the sweep. Once again, they lead 8-2 in the top of the 4th. As for Fremont, they have taken the lead as they have 4 unanswered runs against the Hot Shots to make it 5-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Then Hastings and Spearfish, we'll go ahead and see if they have an update on Twitter with Spearfish. They're taking on the Hastings Sodbusters. And now they are going to say that first pitch is going to be at 5:45 between the Sasquatch and the Sodbusters. It'll be 5:45 Mountain Time and 6:45 Central. So Cole Kaler comes to the plate with runners on first and second, still nobody out, and the Sabre Dogs now just leading 2-1. And Kaler is going to try to get the bunt down. He wants it foul down the third base side for strike one. And the bunt has really gone away. It's become less and less of a fundamental thing at pretty much every level. Pitchers used to be so good at getting bunts down. Now it's just more of a commodity and a rarity. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Now misses up for ball one to even the count. Baseball has definitely gone further and further away from going back to the basics and the fundamentals and be more about the long ball and the strikeout. Whether that's a good or a bad thing is up to you to decide. 1-1 pitch. That was in there for strike two. On the outside corner, fans here don't like that. That was definitely a questionable call. In terms of my opinion, I do like fundamental baseball. I like the rolled up long socks or the rolled up pants and long socks. I like it when batters choke up and take shorter swings than 2 strikes and a swing for the fences. So I'm more of a fundamentalist when it comes to baseball. That's what I enjoy. 1-2 pitch now. And that one a breaking ball in there for strike three for out number one. Big time out there for Bresner Mendoza. I do love the long ball, don't get me wrong, and now there's some words exchanged between Cole Kaler. I think maybe Kaler was thrown out of the game, possibly. Now James Turk is talking to the home plate umpire as Kaler is being separated from the second base umpire and being escorted to the dugout. So I'm not quite sure if Kaler was ejected or not. I didn't quite see it, but he had some additional words after as Turk continues to jaw with the home plate umpire. And Kaler, I guess, was ejected from the game, so that's pretty big time right there, as Kaler has been a very nice offensive and defensive piece for the Pioneers this season. One of the many reasons why the Pioneers have been so successful. So we'll see who comes in for him in the top portion of the fifth. Now still some words are being exchanged between the Pioneers dugout. I think Jimmy Turk kind of let it go, and now just I believe some words are being exchanged as the Sabre Dogs are pretty much everyone in the league is unhappy with the officiating. I don't think there's any secret about that. Is hopefully next year they can get I don't know if they can get better umpires or what, or just get some more training for these umpires, but something has to change. If this league wants to thrive, they need better officiating. Bresner Mendoza waiting to deliver his first pitch to Zach Peterson, who comes to play for his third time today. He's currently 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out as runners are on first and second with 1 out. As Cole Kaler was rung up and tossed out of the game. Now the fans are letting the officials hear it as well. The third base umpire just kind of sitting there and staring down somebody over there in the dugout, I believe. Not even saying any words, just kind of waiting for whoever it is to get all their words out, and now we are finally going to get back to baseball. Bresner Mendoza sets, kicks and delivers. Ahead of that breaking ball for strike one. Nice pitch from the righty from the University of Portland.
a little bit because I don't think that can be said over on radio.
2 hits from the Pioneers, 3 for the Sabre Dogs. As for the Sabre Dogs, they lead at 2-1.
The 0-1 pitch.
And again, ahead of that breaking ball, he fouls this one off to make it 0-2.
Connecting with those curveballs.
And if you're Bresner Mendoza, keep throwing that curveball until they can prove they can hit it. Sabre Dogs not holding on any of the runners. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Big one coming up right here. Fastball, that one misses away. Trying to get Zach Pearson to chase, does not do so. Now finally Hastings and Spearfish is underway. They just started that game from Black Hills Energy Stadium in Spearfish. Breaking ball, that one is in there for strike 3, and that will be out number 2. Big time strikeouts for Bresner Mendoza, taking advantage of the very wide strike zone that has just opened up. I mean, first few innings, the strike zone was not as big as it is, as it has been in this half inning in particular. So that will bring up Alonzo Bibiano, who was 1 for 2 with a single back in the 3rd inning. First pitch is hit well towards, pop up to left field. That'll be caught for the shortstop, Josh Pano, for out number 3. So we had runners on first and second with nobody out. Bresner Mendoza is able to get out of it as he allows 1 run with a hit by pitch and then 3 consecutive wild pitches. So the score now 2-1. We'll head to the top of the 5th coming up after a minute.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
So
Western Nebraska responds with the run in the bottom of the 4th to make it 2-1. So Chance Medina was able to reach via hit by pitch and then came all the way around on 3 wild pitches. After that, Quinares reached on a walk, and so did Peyton Lewis with runners on first and second. 2 strikeouts and a flyout to end the inning. So that will bring up Wilson Rubion, Lou Quick, and Philip Childs in the top of the 5th. Bradley Morgan coming out for another inning of work. First pitch is in there for strike 1. A 1, a nice breaking ball. That one breaks in there for strike 1. Morgan has went 4 innings with 3 hits, 1 run earned, and 2 runs total with 3 walks and 2 Ks. Here is the 0-2. And that's a breaking ball that misses inside to make it 1-2. Rubion, the outfielder from Paris Junior College. Foul back, and that one jumps over the screen. I'll keep it at 1-2. Middle infielders playing pretty deep. Everyone else playing pretty normal. Is the 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball. That one misses outside. And that'll make it 2-2.
fans, that was the same exact spot that Cole Kaler was called on strike too. And the fans here at the stadium really letting nobody know that. That's why you're not hearing the right, because I had to turn the crowd volume all the way
2-2 pitch now, and that one fouled out of play. Now, if you ever come out to Gary, Nebraska, I would more than recommend Runza, this burger joint in town. I guess it's a chain in this portion of the country. It's they had this barbecue pretzel bun burger. It was phenomenal. It was out in Mrs. Upstairs. I'll make it 3-2. I had to replace the Swiss cheese with pepper jack just because I'm not a huge Swiss cheese fan, but the fries are pretty solid, and the ice cream is pretty bomb, not going to lie, as it is National Ice Cream Day. Here's the 3-2 pitch now. Now Mrs. Upstairs for ball 4, and Wilson Rubion reaches. So if you are ever in this portion of the country, we would highly recommend Runza, or Runza. I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced, but either way, it is spelled R-U-N-Z-A. Pretty good stuff. They are a sponsor of the Pioneers. So now coming to the plate for the Sabre Dogs is Luke Quick. See if the Sabre Dogs can't expand their lead. Luke Quick, a very solid hitter, can always put a ball into the gaps. Very good at that, and Quick looking to bunt as Quinn Ayers rushes in to make the adjustment as the pitch is in there for strike 1. The 1 pitch now. Now fouled back and out of play. I'll make it 0-2. So despite the Sabre Dogs losing 3 consecutive games here to the Pioneers, they have only lost a half game. That was because Pierre and Badlands did not play on Thursday. That one misses up in the zone for ball 1. Trappers lost both on Friday and on Saturday and are trying to avoid the 3-game sweep here this evening as they currently trail the Big Sticks with a score of 8-2 in the top of the 5th. 1-2 now. Swing on and miss. Strike 3 for out number 1. That'll bring up Philip Childs, who already has a base hit. He is 1 for 2. Rubion over at first, has his lead, takes a little half step extra. First pitch, and that one in there on the inside corner for strike 1. I don't think Phil Childs liked that call as he kind of shakes his head. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Now it's swung on foul down the third base side, and that will make it 0-2.
0-2 now on Philip Childs.
So 1 out runner on first for the Sabre Dogs. They continue to lead at 2-1. Sabre Dogs trying to avoid the 4-game sweep. Throw back over to first, and once again it'll be a 1-3-6 caught stealing. That is the 3rd time that has happened today, and this time Rubion is the victim. It's now 2 outs with bases empty. The first time it was Drew Pollum in the 2nd inning. Last inning was Stoney was victim, and now it happens to Wilson Rubion. Here's now the 0-2 as that one's in the dirt by a few feet. And that one makes it 1-2. Once again, coming up for the Sabre Dogs, a 3-game series at the Fremont Moo. And tomorrow that will be at 6:35 at Mueller Field. Swung on and miss, strike 3, and that will end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning will send us to the bottom of the 5th as we are halfway through this one. Sabre Dogs lead it 2-1. We'll be right back with Sabre Dogs Baseball on the YouTube page of the Service Valley Sabre Dogs.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
Half this game in the books. Sabre Dogs lead it 2-1 as we move on to the bottom of the fifth, where Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza will take on Heart of the Order with Cole Gamble, Will Olson, and Colin Ludwig, as that portion of the lineup is 1 for 4. Sabre Dogs try to hold on to their very slim 2-1 lead, which they lost a 2-0 lead. As in the bottom of the fourth, Chance Medina was able to come all the way around and score off a hit by pitch and 3 wild pitches. Bresner Mendoza's went 4 innings, 2 hits allowed with 1 earned run, and 5 walks with 3 strikeouts as the first pitch in there for strike 1. Take a look at some of the scores around the majors, all the ones that have finalized, all the games have finalized except for the Nats and the Braves playing on Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. So here's the 0-1 pitch, and that one misses inside to even the count 1-1. Cardinals beat the Reds 3-1. The Rockies beat the Yankees 8-4. O's beat the Red Sox 5-0. Rays beat the White Sox to snap their 5-game losing skid 4-2. Tigers beat the Blue Jays 4-3 in 10 innings, as that one misses as well for ball 2. Indians beat the Royals 5-4. The Phils beat the Pirates 2-1 in 11 innings, as that one also misses for ball 3. Astros beat the Rangers 5-3, and the Twins beat the A's 7-6. Padres win against the Cubs on the road 5-1. The Giants beat the Mets in 12. 3-2 is the final there, as that one is hit towards left center field. Backing up is Lou Quick. Near the track, he'll make the catch for out number 1. Brewers won at Chase Field to knock off the Diamondbacks 7-4. The Angels won against the Mariners on the road 9-3, and the Dodgers blew out the Marlins 9-0 at home. And as of right now, of course, the only game going on is the Braves and the Nationals. Braves leading that one at home 2-0 in the bottom of the third. And how about the Nationals? They have just been on fire. They are just 5.5 games out of first place in the NL East and 7 games over 500, as that breaking ball misses inside for ball 1 to Will Olson. Olson is 1 for 2 with a double. He also has an unassisted ground out to Chauncey Collier.
1-0 pitch. This is outside.
That one misses low and away for ball 2.
Seen a couple guys in the Sabre Dog bullpen that can throw the ball. Well, Joseph Solomon ended up in the Yarrow bullpen.
2-0 pitch now. And that one, a one hop off the dirt out of the side of the glove of Pollum and into the backstop. That's a ball. They'll make it 3-0.
Pioneers take on Sabre Dogs game for 4. If you try and get the sweep here, if not, that's okay. You still win the series.
Here's now the 3-0 pitch. And that one is in there for strike 1. Bresner Mendoza on a couple occasions has fought back from a 3-0 count, trying to do that again here. Here's the 3-1. And now misses upstairs for ball 4. And how about the Pioneers? Head coach Jimmy Turk having to, I would assume, tell the Pioneers hitters to let it rip if they see a pitch they like at a 3-0 count. Multiple times have the Pioneers taken cuts at 3-0 counts against the Sabre Dogs. So that will put a runner on first with 1 out, and Colin Ludwig coming to the plate for the 3rd time today. He has flew out and lined out. Now misses for ball one. A throw down to first and makes Chauncey Callier jump to make that play. Callie 1-0. 1-0 pitch, and that one misses low for ball two on a fastball. Sabre Dogs continue to lead it 2-1. Here's the 2-0 pitch now. President Mendoza taking his time on this one as that one misses outside. Fastball, make it 3-0. Ludwig has done well against the Sabre Dogs, however, here today, just 0 for 2, which means he is more than due. As that one misses, that is a 4-pitch walk, and he reaches for the first time today. Now a mound visit from pitching coach Justin Mulvaney for the second time today. Upper runners on first and second with 1 out for Chance Medina. Came around to scores last time up in the previous inning. I'll give us some more time to talk about the Expedition League scores. As for the key game between the Badlands Big Sticks and the Pier Trappers, Badlands leads it 8-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Hub City and Fremont tied up at 5 in the top of the 7th. And Hastings and Spearfish no score in the top of the 2nd there. And of course, this game, Sabre Dogs lead it 2-1 here in Gehring, Nebraska. Huge game for the Sabre Dogs, trying to avoid the 4-game sweep and their longest losing streak of the season. So far in this game, just 2 hits from the Pioneers. They have reached 4 times via the walk. Actually, make that 6 times via the walk. Missed a few. So here is the first pitch to Chance Medina, the designated hitter for the Pioneers this evening. That one is hit down the third base side. That's fair ball. Coach Childs gathers it, throws it in, and that will tie the game. Will Olson comes around to score, and we are tied 2-2. An RBI single from Chance Medina. He has reached every single time today, once on a walk, once on a hit by pitch, and now an RBI single. That will bring up Quinn Ayers. Still 1 out, runners on first and second. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Quinn Ayers whiffs on a fastball for strike 1. Walked his last time up. Flew out the previous time. Sabre Dogs not holding on either of the runners here. Here's the 0-1. And that one gets away from Drew Pollum, but he's able to keep it in front of him. Now make it 1-1. President Mendoza looks back at second and delivers. 1-1 pitch fouled back. Now we'll make it 1-2. Now Ayers wants time as President Mendoza taking a while on the mound. Has a signal he wants, he's just kind of stalling a little bit. 3 hits and 2 runs apiece between these two teams, the only difference being 1 defensive error from the Pioneers. Both runners go, swing and a miss, strike 3, and a double steal. They'll put Ludwig on at third and Medina over at second. Ludwig was halfway over to third base before Bresner Mendoza even released the pitch. All that Bresner Mendoza had to do was step off, and he would have been able to get him out, but was unaware of what was going on. And now it runs on second and third for Peyton Lewis. Lewis still has yet to have an at-bat as he has come up to the plate twice and has walked both times. First pitch, that one misses low and away for ball one. Maybe not away with the wide strike zone from the home plate umpire. Here's the 1-0 now, and that one also misses, this time low and inside to make it 2-0. Sabre Dogs trying to get out of this inning with at least a tie here, as the score is 2-2. Pioneers have a run in this half inning with an RBI single from Chance Medina. To a pitch, and that one's in there. Fastball for strike one. Mendoza from the stretch. Doesn't even look at the base runners. That's a breaking ball that misses up for ball three. So a hitter's count coming up. Kaler on deck. 3-1 count, 2 outs to Peyton Lewis. That one is a 5-pitch walk that will load the bases for the second baseman, Cole Kaler, as that is the third walk of the day for Peyton Lewis, as he has been stranded on first both of his times prior, and we'll try to change that right here. Jimmy Turk is having some words here. And I'll walk back over to the dugout, as walking back over to the third base side, as we have a substitute or a pinch hitter, as Cole Kaler actually was ejected from the game his previous time up. He was called out on strikes. So coming to the plate is Jordan Rathbone, the catcher. He's actually wearing number 25 instead of number 6, which is his normal jersey number. First pitch, swing and a miss from actually foul tip by Jordan Rathbone. Rathbone yesterday was 1 for 5, actually 1 for 4, my mistake. He had 2 RBI with an RBI double, as well as 2 runs and a walk. Bases loaded, 2 outs with a 0-1 count. We are tied 2-2. And that one's a breaking ball that's in there for strike 2. You have the Clark division leader and the Lewis division leader here in the same spot, and has resulted in not what you would think, a 3-0 series in favor of the Clark division leaders, Western Nebraska Pioneers. 0-2 pitch. Now it's swung on and grounded to the third baseman, that is actually Jace Edwards, and he'll touch the bag for the out, and that will end the inning. So the Sabre Dogs will come to the plate with Cruz Taylor, Chauncey Callier, and Josh Pano in the top of the 6th. They'll be right back with Sabre Dogs baseball.
El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio.
We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show, and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
It's a new fielding order for the Pioneers as Carter Dobrinsky is playing third base. And Quinn Ayers has moved from third over to second. So once again, coming up for the Sabre Dogs is Cruz Taylor, Chauncey Callier, and Josh Pano. His game is now tied after an RBI single from Chance Medina. First pitch to Cruz Taylor is in there for strike one. Taylor is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout and a walk. Been a low-scoring affair so far. The one breaking ball swung on and grounded to Quinn Ayers, the second baseman. Throw over to first is in time for out number 1. So that'll bring up Chauncey Callier, has had an at-bat since the third inning, as he is 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. Senior from Mississippi College, leads the team in batting average. Coming in today, sitting at 366. First pitch ripped into left field, base hit. That one was hit on the screws as Callier will stay at first. That'll be a one-out single from the big man, and that will bring up Josh Pano batting cleanup tonight. He's batted second the previous 2 games, moves down a couple spots as he is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. This hit number 4 on the evening from the Sabre Dogs.
That hit was just a 70th hit of the season.
First pitch from Morgan, that one ripped into left field, same spot, another base hit, and back-to-back singles for the Sabre Dogs, and they are in business. And that will bring up Jace Edwards after a first pitch base hit from Josh Pano. Now head coach Jimmy Turk coming out to check up on the starting pitcher Bradley Morgan. We'll see if they keep him in or yank him after 4 1/3. A quick meeting and see what they decide here. Jace Edwards, again, runners on first and second with 1 out. Edwards is 0 for 1 today with a flyout and a walk with a run, and looks like that Morgan will stay in the game, the lefty from Salt Lake Community College. As of right now, take a look at his stats. He's been 5 1/3 with 5 runs. Excuse me, that is right, 5 1/3, not 4 1/3. He has 5 hits allowed with 1 earned run, 2 runs total, with 4 walks and 4 Ks. Back-to-back base hits from Chauncey Callier and Josh Pano put those guys on at first and second. Sabre Dogs trying to break this tie right here as a breaking ball misses for ball 1. Prior to today, the Sabre Dogs had not had a single run prior to the 5th inning in this series. Able to get 1 in the second and 1 in the 4th. 1-0, that one is taken outside for ball 2.
Spot for a pitcher, just Edwards. If you're looking for a walk right here, you can fall for it.
Sabre Dogs trying to get out of the weekend with something as they trying to get their first win in this 4-game series. Avoid the sweep. 2-0 pitch. Now it's hit into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding third, heading for home is Chauncey Callier. The throw is going to be wide of catcher Will Olsen. The Sabre Dogs break the tie and take a 3-2 lead. Josh Payno advances just a second, and it is an RBI single from Jace Edwards. As Edwards' 10th RBI of the season. Hopefully batting average will get up above 200 after today's game. So Bradley Morgan's day is done. He completes 5 1/3. We will send it to commercial break with a new pitcher for the Pioneers. We'll be right back.
Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience.
New pitcher for the Pioneers is Joseph Solomon. Taking a look at his stats on the year. Record of 1-1, a 3.27 ERA with 22 innings under his belt. He has 30 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 19 hits allowed with a 109 whip and 12.27 strikeouts per 9 innings. As Bradley Morgan is done after 5 1/3, he allows 4 walks and 6 hits with 4 strikeouts, and as of right now, has 2 earned runs, and is responsible for both runners on first and second. Runner heads over to third, and he is going to be not in time, as I think the ball was dropped by the third baseman Dobrinsky. As Payno is in there with a stolen base. As for Edwards, he stays over at first, so runners are now in the corners with 1 out. Stoney comes to plate 2 for 2 today with 2 singles, a run, and a stolen base. He was caught stealing back in the 4th. Here now is the 1-0 pitch to him. That one misses outside. See if the Sabre Dogs do the old double steal with Edwards taking off to second base and try to get Payno to head home. The 2-0 is in there for strike 1. So Payno getting his 19th stolen base of the year. He's tied for 3rd on the team with Mason Dennison in steals. Solomon sets and deals. Swung on and missed to even the count at 2-2. So Solomon from the University of Pacific. Last time against the Sabre Dogs, went 2 innings with no earned runs, 1 hit, and 1 walk. Now one is grounded to the shortstop Peterson. Throw over to first will be in time for out number 2. but they surrender another run. That'll be an RBI ground out for Nick Mastoni. So it is now 4-2, and that will bring up Drew Pollum. He had a sac fly RBI back in the fourth, and also reached back in the second inning with an error. Jace Edwards also advances over to second, is unable to get the double play there. Here's the first pitch from Solomon. And that one, a nice pitch that breaks in there for strike one. The one pitch now, swung on a miss for strike two. So prior to this previous run, Jace Edwards had an RBI single that brought home Chauncey Gallagher. That broke the tie, and then, of course, extending the lead with an RBI ground out from Nick Mastoni in the previous at-bat. RBI number 9 on the year for Mastoni as that one swung on and lifted into foul territory down the first base side. Connor Ludwig will make the catch in the dirt for out number 3. So Sabre Dogs score 2 more, take a 4-2 lead. We'll be right back with Sabre Dogs baseball.
Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza coming out for his 6th inning of work. So far in this game, he's went 5 innings with 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 8 walks, and 4 strikeouts. As he will face the top of the order with Zach Peterson up, with Alonzo Bibiano on deck, and Cole Gamble in the hole. Sabre Dogs get 2 runs in the top of the 6th with an RBI single from Jace Edwards and an RBI ground out from Nick Mastoni. Sabre Dogs trying to limit the amount of work from the bullpen as a guy warming up over right now. We'll see how long they keep the right-hander from Portland out there. Bresner Mendoza from the San Francisco area. Big San Francisco sports fan. Giants, Warriors, 49ers as well. His 49ers probably set to have a pretty good year. A dark horse in the NFC West. First pitch now to Peterson. That one misses low and away for ball 1 on a fastball. Peterson, a very rare 0 for 3 in this game. He has 2 Ks and a ground out. That one is hit in the air towards right center field. Who quick will race over and make the play for out number 1. Sabre Dogs defense holding true today with no errors so far, knock on wood. They had 4 yesterday. However, a couple of wild pitches on some of them that might have been playable for Pollum, but regardless, no errors listed. And that will bring up Alonzo Bibiano, who is 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch hit high in the air, behind home plate, and that will get out of play for strike 1. Base is empty and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Sabre Dogs lead at 4-2. 1 run in the bottom of the 2nd, 1 in the bottom of the 4th, excuse me, the top of the 2nd, 1 in the top of the 4th, and 2 in the top of the 6th. A 1 pitch now. Now it is hit well towards left field, and that's out of here. And Bibiano goes deep to make it 4-3. Bibiano goes deep for just his third time on the year, home run number 34 in the season actually 35 on the season for the Western Nebraska Pioneers. And it is back to a one-run game as the Pioneers have scored one run in each of the last 3 innings. And this one is not over just yet, as Cole Gamble comes to the plate, batting third for the Pioneers. Resner Mendoza allows his third earned run. First pitch, now on a slow grounder, some weird spin on it, and it stays in the grass to the left of the foul line for strike one. So last night it was Colin Ludwig who went deep, and tonight it is Alonso Bibiano. Gamble at the plate here. 0 for 2 with a walk. That one is in there for strike two. Pretty small park here. Oregon Trail Park Stadium. 320 to the poles, 362 to left and right center, and 385 to dead straightaway center. Wouldn't be a bad place to have a home run derby in the future. 0-2 pitch now, and that one misses outside. Trying to get Gamble to chase, does not do so, the center fielder for the Pioneers. Take a look at the scores around the league once again. It is now 8-3 in favor of the Big Sticks in the top of the 7th, as that one misses up for ball 2. Fremont breaks it open against Hub City with 8 unanswered runs to make it 13-5. And Spearfish leads Hastings now 2-0 in the top of the 3rd. 2-2 pitch now. That one's hit to the shortstop, Pano, and he boots it. Another error from Josh Pano, and heading for second, and in there safely is Cole Gamble. Now, Nathaniel Brenz Mendoza will get a mound visit, and that will be it for the righty from Portland. Giving a quick talk to him. Looks like he's has a few stern words to say, and probably telling him not to beat himself up, as that will bring in Chase Grillo. And he comes into this game with a fantastic year. We'll give him his full stats coming up after the break. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
Chase Grillo, the new pitcher for the Sabre Dogs, he comes into today's game with a 1-0 record, just a ERA of 180 as he's making his 12th appearance of the season. He has 20 innings under his belt with 28 strikeouts, just 8 walks and 11 hits for a 0.95 whip and 12.6 strikeouts per 9 innings. As that first pitch is in there for strike 1. So Nathaniel Brenzer-Mendoza is done with 5 1/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 8 walks, and 5 hits, and we'll keep an eye out on the man he's responsible for at second base. That is the runner Cole Gamble. Pitch to Olson is hit towards right field. Backing up is Wilson Rubion at the track and over his head, off the wall, rounding third, heading home, and scoring is Cole Gamble, and that'll be an RBI double from Will Olson to tie the game 4-4. That is his second double of the day. So that run will be credited to Nathaniel Brenzer-Mendoza, so he finishes the day with 4 earned runs. So that brings up Colin Ludwig for the Pioneers. 0 for 2 with a walk, and as well as a stolen base. We're on second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, as that one misses for ball 1. So after 2 runs from the Sabre Dogs at the top of the 6th, the Pioneers respond with 2 more runs of their own to tie the game back up at 4.
Back in the box now. Hello gets the sign from Howard. They'll come set out of the stretch. Olsen has a healthy lead at second base. Here's the pitch.
1-0, that one misses low and in to make it 2-0.
Still action in the Sabre Dog bullpen. Looks like they're going to have all 10 pitchers in there. I should say all 9 now. That is tough. 10 pitchers to go this late in the season coming up to playoffs. That's
Grillo sets, looks over at second,
2-0 pitch.
and delivers. As that one is in there for strike 1, a fastball in the up and in portion of the strike zone. Both teams have 6 hits and 4 runs, only difference being the lone error from, well, actually, it should be 2 errors in this game, and 1 each, as there was an error from Josh Pano. And as that one misses for 3-1, and actually, now that I think about it, that last run for Brenzer-Mendoza is going to go unearned since he reached on an error. So just 3 earned runs for Nathaniel Brenzer-Mendoza. So Grillo sets, looks over at second, and delivers. Now one's ripped to the first baseman. Chauncey Callier looks over at third base, and he will tag first. And we'll get the run over for 2 outs for Chance Medina. Medina with an RBI single his last time up, and then prior to that he reached via hit by pitch, came all the way around to score with 3 wild pitches. He's 1 for 1. Pitch, big cut there for Medina, the designated hitter for the Pioneers, for strike 1. All 4 of Medina's plate appearances have come in the previous 5 innings. 0-1 pitch now, and that one misses. That'll make it 1-1. Grillo trying to get out of the inning without an earned run of his own, as that run that just came across to home plate is charged to Resnick Mendoza. That was unearned, as that one misses upstairs for ball 2. Sabre Dogs will bring up Wilson Rubion, Luke Quick, and Phil Childs in the top of the 7th. 2-1, swung on, a little blooper, and that will be caught by Nick Mastoni for out number 3. So we are tied now 4-4 as we head to the top of the 7th. We'll be right back with Sabre Dogs Baseball.
El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio.
We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show, and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Joseph Solomon staying in the game for the Pioneers as Pioneers tied it 4-4 with 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th, as the Sabre Dogs will bring up Wilson Rubion and Luke Quick and Phil Childs, as the Sabre Dogs are trying to finish up the 3rd time through the hitting order. Sabre Dogs have scored 3 of their 4 runs in the previous 3 innings, with their other run being in the top of the 2nd. Quick run through of how the runs for the Sabre Dogs came to be. In the 2nd, McNamastoni reached via a single, stole 2nd, and then came all the way around to score thanks to an error by the shortstop Zach Peterson. In the 4th inning, Jace Edwards got on via walk, and he came in via a sac fly by Drew Pullum. And then as the first pitch is low for ball 1, Callier got a base hit, then a base hit from Pano, an RBI single from Jace Edwards, and an RBI groundout for Nick Mastoni in the top of the 6th. 1-0 pitch now, and that one misses low and away for ball 2.
Alex Jorgensen now down in the. Is that Alex Jorgensen or is that's Lane Park? And then Odo now in the middle of the
And that one skips off of the plate and bounces back after a little pitch to make it 3-0. Three-0 pitch, and that one is the obligatory pitch right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Sabre Dogs are not quite as aggressive on those 3-0 pitches as the Pioneers are. 3-1, fouled back, and that will make it 3-2.
A little bit of an interesting thing. Offense is going to be a little bit better for the Sabre Dogs. Comparing to the last season, first time they shut out.
So actually, Nathaniel Brensner Mendoza only allowed 4 hits, as the error was actually charged as a double. So that's going to be incorrect, as Wilson Rubion advances on a walk. As something like that happened the other night, as there was an error and it went down as a base hit. It was a little pop-up. It went 30 feet in the air, and Cody Waters was unable to make the play, and they somehow, for some reason, gave him a base hit. First pitch to Luke Quick, batting 9th in the hitting order for the Sabre Dogs. That one's in there for strike 1.
He's been pretty busy out in the center field against a lot of our Pioneer batters that are flying out there today. Jason Roberson not in today's line.
Solomon from the stretch looks over at first and kicks and delivers, as that one misses low to even count 1-1. So despite what the scoreboard or point streak will tell you, actually just 5 hits for the Pioneers.
Back around the league. Check out that Sasquatch game again. I checked in at a good time because now they lead us top of the street, top of the 4th. Here, Trevor's now 5 runs, 8-5. They
1-1 pitch now. And that one swung on, missed. And I actually got a piece of that one to make it 1-2. Looking on the scores around the league, Badlands has given up 2 more runs to the Trappers to make it 8-5. In the top of the 8th there, that one's obviously going to finish before ours. Fremont holding on to their 13-5 lead against Hub City in the bottom of the 8th. And Spearfish leads Hastings 3-0 at home in the top of the 4th.
1-2 pitch.
1-2, hitting to center field, and that will be caught by Cole Gamble as he makes a few steps to his left and also comes in a little bit for out number 1. That brings up the top of the order with Philip Childs coming to play for his 4th time today. He is 1 for 3 with a single. Rion gets his lead over there at first. He was caught stealing back in the 5th inning. First pitch, and that one misses inside for ball 1. Home crowd wanting that one to be a strike. So here's the 1-0 pitch now. Now this is way outside. I'll make it 2-0. Quick mound visit between Will Olson and Joseph Solomon. So as of right now, the Sabre Dogs have already doubled how many hits they have had in the last game, as they had just 3 yesterday. Childs had 2, and Josh Pano had just the 1. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all our listeners listening to this game on YouTube. YouTube channel, the only place where you can catch Sabre Dogs road games from the official voice of the Sabre Dogs. 2-0 pitch, that one's in there for strike 1. Rubion reached via a walk, started off the inning for the Sabre Dogs. That one is hit well towards left center field, but that will hang just enough for Cole Gamble to get under it for out number 2. And that will bring up Cruz Taylor, who was 0 for 2 on the day, with a walk. Cruz Taylor batting .261 against the Pioneers this season, 6 for 23, not including today's games. Also has 7 RBI.
Excellent speed over at first base. Bradley Morgan able to pick off 3 runners in today's game. Having that throw. Yeah, here's the pitch.
That one misses for ball 1, low and away.
This will probably be his last inning. The most he's ever pitched was 2 complete innings.
Sabre Dogs have a couple arms loosening up. Chase Grillo went just 2/3, most likely come in for a second inning, as that one misses low for ball 2. So for the Pioneers, it was Bradley Morgan who got the start. Went 5 1/3 with 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them are earned, 4 walks and 4 Ks. Here's now the 2-0 pitch, and that one is sidearm throw. That one misses for ball 3. Solomon, the right-handed thrower from the University of Pacific. 3-0, that one's in there on the outside corner for strike 1. Three 3-1 pitch now. That one is ripped to the second baseman. Go to first, and that retires Taylor for out number 3 to end the inning. Sabre Dogs and Pioneers tied after the top of the 7th. We'll stretch and then be back with the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball on the YouTube page of the Service Valley Sabre Dogs.
Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader.
Chase Grillo returns for his second inning of action. He went just 2/3 in the 6th inning. And in that inning, he gave up 1 hit with no walks, also no strikeouts or any earned runs. As he gave up 1 run, well, he gets actually credited to Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza, as he finishes his day with 5 1/3 with 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 8 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So Grillo will take on the bottom of the order with Quinn Ayers, Peyton Lewis, and Jordan Rathbone. Quinn Ayers moving from 3rd to 2nd base. The Pioneers are going to try to break this tie, which sits at 4-4. First pitch, that one misses low and away, 4-1. Ayers coming into today's game, batting 3 for 14 on the year with batting average of 214 and 2 RBI with 2 doubles, as that one misses low as well for ball 2.
So a couple of guys warming up for the Sabre Dogs out of the bullpen. They're going to need to be careful, though. They got to conserve those arms.
Pretty nice crowd on hand here in Gary, Nebraska, Oregon Trail Park Stadium.
2-0 pitch.
As the 2-0 pitch, that one is in there for strike 1, as the Pioneers have led the league all year with the highest attendance. Last night, a sizable crowd of 878, but their average is 1,190. Someone fell back into the screen. Badlands extends their lead. It's now 9-5. Spearfish leads Hastings 3-1 at the top of the 4th, and that Badlands Pier game is in the bottom of the 8th. Fremont and Hub City in the top of the 9th now. It's 14-5 still in favor of the Moo. 2-2 pitch, swung on, a grounder to the second baseman Mastoni on the run. Throw is in time for out number 1. So that will bring up Peyton Lewis, who is still yet to have his first at-bat of the day. He has 3 walks, and every single time he has been stranded on first base. Let's see how Grillo fares against left-hander. Excuse me, for the left fielder. Well, I guess also the left-hander, too. No one on and 1 out for the Pioneers here in the bottom of the 7th. Stretch and the pitch. That one misses inside for ball 1 by Grillo. Sabre Dogs have just 13 games left in the regular season after tonight's contest. 6 more on the road and then 7 more at home. 1-0 pitch, and that one just barely misses outside to make it 2-0. That one misses up high. Grillo behind in the count here to the left fielder, Peyton Lewis. That one's in there for strike 1. Middle infielders playing in the outfield grass by just a few feet. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Grillo. And that one misses. That is a 5-pitch walk, and that is the 4th time Lewis has reached via a walk today. And I mentioned he has been stranded on first every single time so far. See if it happens again with Jordan Rathbone coming to the plate for the 2nd time today. Actually, it's going to be Carter Dobrinsky. This is the 3rd batter in the number 9 spot. Jordan Rathbone's day is done as he goes 0 for 1 with an unassisted ground out to the 3rd baseman, Chase Edwards. So 1 out, 1 man on here in the bottom of the 7th. We are still tied 4-4. Grillo sets, looks over at first. Now heads to the plate. Swing on and missed, and that will be strike 1. On top of the 8th, Sabre Dogs will bring up Chauncey Collier, Josh Pano, and Jace Edwards. 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. 0-1 gets the bunt down. It goes back to the pitcher Grillo. Throw over to first will be behind the first baseman Collier, and they collide, and Collier is hurt. He falls to the ground, and that is his left hand as the runners are now on 2nd and 3rd, and now Corey Thompson will check out with the first baseman and one of the best players in the league, Chauncey Collier. Now the trainer from the Pioneers coming over to check out on him, as his glove went flying as Carter Dobrinsky ran into him. So once again, runners on 2nd and 3rd, as the error will be credited to Chase Grillo. 2nd error of the game against the Sabre Dogs. And now Corey Thompson saying something to the umpire, and as well as the first base coach of the Pioneers, just kind of giving Chauncey Collier some extra time to make sure he can stay in the game. It is his throwing hand, his right hand, actually. Excuse me, no, that would make it should be his left hand. And it was this glove that flew off, so looks like he is going to stay in the game for now. That would be a terrible loss for the Sabre Dogs if they would have to go without Chauncey Collier. So the runners on 2nd and 3rd, that will bring up Zach Peterson, the leadoff man. He's 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. Trying to score the runner over 3rd, infield playing in with everyone still on the clay except for Chauncey Collier is in on the infield grass over to first base. First pitch swung on foul back for strike 1 over the net. Big time at bat here for the Pioneers, trying to take the lead. They have scored in every inning since the bottom of the 4th. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. Big time pitch there from Chase Grillo. Again, Grillo with just a 1.80 ERA coming into today's game. 0-2 pitch now. Now on popped up and out of play for, well, that will keep it at 0-2. Sabre Dogs not holding either of the runners on, still playing in on the infield grass. Most likely won't put a bunt down here with an 0-2 count, but I've seen some crazy things in this league, so we'll see what happens. 0-2 pitch from Grillo. Now one is grounded into the gap in between the second and first baseman. That's a base hit. That will score 1. Here comes the second run, and that will be not in time. And that will put the Pioneers up 6-4. A 2 RBI single from Zach Peterson. Gets his first hit of the day, and it is a big one. From the All-Star MVP, he has just been on fire since the All-Star break. And even during the All-Star break. And that brings up Alonzo Bibiano, had a solo shot his last time up. Pitch now. That one fouled out of play by Viviano. Viviano is 2 for 4, also has a single back in the third inning. Runner on first, still just 1 out. And Grillo steps off, and the Pioneers, once again with a 6-4 lead. They've scored 4 runs in the past 2 innings, and all 6 have come in the previous 4. The 1 pitch now. As that one in on the hands, and that is fouled back off the knob. That makes it 0-2. Peterson has his lead. 0-2 pitch. That one is up and away. Throw down to first, and that is not in time. I'll make it 1-2. Runner goes. 1-2 pitch. That one misses low. Throw down to second will not even be close. So that will be a stolen base for Zach Peterson. They'll put runner in scoring position. Still just 1 out with a 2-2 count coming up.
That would have been a tough play for Drew Powell behind the plate, scooping that ball and throwing it down to second base, and Peterson had an excellent jump as well.
Grill sets. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And now misses upstairs for ball 3, so he fights all the way back from an 0-2 count to make it full. Grillo sets. Couple looks over at second base and delivers. That one fouled off, and we'll keep it at 3-2. Another look at the scores around the Expedition League, and Fremont beats Hub City 14-7, which means the Moo are now 11-7 in the second half. Just 3 games back at the Pioneers, and a full game up on the Hastings Sodbusters for second place. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So actually fouled that one back. My mistake. Now we'll keep it at 3-2. Other scores: Badlands now leads just by 4, as it's now 9-5 in the top 9th, and Spearfish Hastings still 3-1 in the top of the 5th. As for the Hot Shots, they fall to 8-14 in the second half, 7 games back of the Sabre Dogs. 3-2 pitch. And that one misses for ball 4. Now Brewers on first and second, and the Pioneers are still alive, trying to add to their already 2-run lead. And now a mound visit, and that will be the end of the day for Chase Grillo. We'll send it to a commercial break. We'll have a new pitcher for the Sabre Dogs. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
New pitcher for the Sabre Dogs is the lefty from Paris Junior College, Jace Mapston. Record of 0-1, 4.26 ERA, as he will take on Cole Gamble. The first pitch is fouled back for strike one. This is his 11th game came in for. He has 5 saves with 19 innings. He has 22 strikeouts, 11 walks, and 10 hits with a 1.11 whip and 10.42 strikeouts per 9 innings. Mapston sets, looks back at second.
There go the runners.
Double steal, throw down to third will be past the third baseman Edwards. And coming around to score will be Zach Peterson, and reaching third will be Alonzo Bibiano, and is now 7-4. That will be an error. We'll see who they credit it to. Now runner on third with 1 out and a 3-run lead for the Pioneers as Mapson's going to work from the windup as this one is hit past the glove of Josh Pano. And that'll be an RBI single to make it 8-4. So that will bring up Will Olson as Jason Mapson take a look at his final numbers. He finishes with 1 earned run, 2 runs total. As the first pitch, a foul ball from Will Olson. The Sabre Dogs had some hope after being up 4-2, but they have given up 5 unanswered runs since then. There's that one. Check swing. I guess he went around to make it strike 2. So 2 earned runs charged to Chase Grillo. That one is hit well towards center field. Backing up is Quick, and that will be off the wall. Running third, heading for home is Gamble. That's going to be an RBI double. So throw home is cut off by Chauncey Collier, and that makes it 8-4. And the Pioneers are starting to run away with this one. He had an RBI double back in the 6th. That is his 3rd double of the day. That brings up Colin Ludwig. He is more than due. He's over 3 with a walk and a stolen base. Looks over at second. Here is the first pitch. And that one misses for ball 1.
So in 5 at-bats, Will Olson has reached base all 5 times. Here comes the 1-0 pitch.
1-0 pitch now from the lefty from Paris JUCO, and that one a breaking ball, swung on, missed to make it 1-1. So once again, the score is 9-4, a 5-run bottom of the 7th for the Clark Division leading Western Nebraska Pioneers. There's a 1-1 now. That one swung on, grounded foul down the first base side into the Sabre Dogs dugout. Caden Calber making the play over there. Makes it 1-2. Now this is inside, almost hitting Colin Ludwig. And well, if there's one thing we've learned with this Western Nebraska Pioneers offense, when it rains, it pours as the runs keep pouring in. They certainly did yesterday with 2 6-run innings, and then here with a 5-run inning. And it is just been a poor series all around for the Sabre Dogs. That wasn't there for strike 3. Got a little bit of offense going today, but not enough to keep up with the best offensive team in the league. So that'll bring up Chance Medina. Actually, technically, they are the second best team, only behind the Big Stinks. Medina is 1 for 2 with an RBI single, a stolen base, and a run, as well as a walk. First pitch, breaking ball. That one nicely done, but a little bit too high. And that'll be ball 1. On deck is Quinn Ayers, and he started off the inning with a ground out. 2 outs here, runner on second. Sabre Dogs now trail 9-4. And that one is in there for strike 1. That'll even the count.
Trapper's getting another run. Now they only trail by 3. To a big 6, 9-6, the top of the 9th. And the final, 3-run move, 14 up to the hot shot 7 at Muller Field.
And that one just misses low. Fastball. Make it 2-1, 2 outs. Sabre Dogs just trying to get out of this inning. That one in the dirt. Now make it 3-1. Mapston just trying to get out of this inning here. Sabre Dogs in the top of the 8th will bring up part of the order with Chauncey Callier, Josh Pino, and Jace Edwards. That one is in there for strike 2 to make it count full. Nelson gets a sign he wants, and now comes and sets. 3-2 pitch. Swing and miss, strike 3, and that will finally end the 7th inning, and that will bring up the Sabre Dogs on top of the 8th. Dogs trail 9-4. We'll be right back.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
105.3 The Fox Fox is Minot's only rock station, playing the active rock of today, reaching your male audience 18 to 52, and getting your message to their ears.
I'm listening.
And 105.3 The Fox can be heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country. And with our iHeartRadio app, from radio to stream, web, and social media, we've got your bases covered. If you're needing to reach a male audience, we are your radio station.
105.3 The Fox.
New pitcher for the Pioneers is Landon Odom. He comes into today's game with a 1-1 record, a 1.31 ERA with 14 games, second most on the team. He has 2 saves with 20 and 2/3 innings, 18 strikeouts, 7 walks, 9 hits, a .077 whip, and 7.84 strikeouts per 9 innings. So he will take on the heart of the order with Chauncey Callier, Josh Pano, and Jace Edwards. As Callier comes to plate after getting a single back in the 6th inning, he came around to score as he is 1 for 3 on the day. Sabre Dogs have the Fremont Moo coming up in their next 3 games starting tomorrow at 6:35. And they finish up their road stand with 3 more games against the Hastings Sodbusters. And then the final week of the season, all the games will be at home with the game against the Big Sticks, 2 against the Hub City Hotshots, and then 4 against the Pier Trappers. That could ultimately come down to who wins the Lewis Division. And you have to keep in mind that the Trappers then have to go back to Dickinson. Actually, they go back home to take on the Badlands Big Sticks for final game of their regular season on August 5th. Sabre Dogs have that day off. First pitch to Callier is in there. Strike 1, a fastball from Odom. Sabre Dogs trail at 9-4 after a 5-run bottom of the 7th for Western Nebraska. A 1 pitch. Foul back into the screen, and that'll make it 0-2. Sabre Dogs have not lost 4 games in a row this season, and they've only been swept in 3 games or more once this season. That was at Casper. Here is the 0-2 to Landon Odom. Swing and a miss, fastball upstairs, and there it is again for strike 3. And that will be 1 down here in the top of the 8th. Chauncey Callier very frustrated with himself as he once again waves at a high fastball, swing and a miss. And that will bring up Josh Pano, who is 1 for 3 with a single, a stolen base, and a run. All that coming back in the 6th. Foul down the first base side for strike 1 from Pano. We'll see if the Sabre Dogs bring back Jason Mapston. So he goes a full inning. 0-1, that one swung on and missed. That'll make it 0-2. And correction, Mapson went 2/3. 0-2 pitch.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
In the air towards the right center field, and that will be caught. We're out number 2 by Cole Gamble. That hung in the air for just a little bit too long and allowed the speedy center fielder Cole Gamble to get under it for out number 2. And that will bring up Jace Edwards, who was 1 for 2 on the day, an RBI single his last time up. He also has a run and a walk. Edwards, the number 5 hitter for the Sabre Dogs, and Western Nebraska trying to get their third 1-2-3 inning of the game. Check swing. That one's in there for strike 1.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch.
0-1 misses low and away. Fastball to make it 1-1.
That was actually the first time playing the this inning.
It's now 9-6 in favor of the Big Sticks over the Trappers in the top of the 9th. Trappers trying to make a late rally. Here is the 1-1. Breaking ball, that was in there for strike 2. So the Sabre Dogs and the Trappers both trying to avoid a sweep. And if both of the Pioneers and the Big Sticks hold on, Sabre Dogs would still be 3 games up on the Pure Trappers. 1-2 pitch, and that one's outside. That'll even the count at 2-2. Hastings has come up with 5 unanswered runs to make it 6-3 over the Spearfish Sasquatch. They're in the top of the 5th there, and of course Fremont and Hub City already finalized. Fremont won that one 14-7. Here is a 2-2 pitch. And now misses outside for ball 3. Really a shame what's going on with Spearfish, is they legitimately look like the second best team in the Clark division, but they had a lot of players leave and a lot of players get hurt. And as a result, they have slid back into last place in the Clark division in the second half. Now on grounded, fair to the third base side. On the run, throw over to first by Dobrinsky is in time for out number 3. That will send us to the bottom of the 8th. Could be the last time the Pioneers come to the plate in the series, as they once again have the bottom of the order coming up with Ayers, Lewis, and Dobrinsky. We'll be right back with Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
New pitcher for the Sabre Dogs is Braden Henley, making his second appearance of the season, as Jace Mapson is done after 2/3. He allows 2 hits. He also gives up 1 run. It was unearned, as well as no walks and 2 strikeouts. So Braden Henley's first time as a Sabre Dog, he came in and allowed 1 run in 1 inning with no strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit. So for the second consecutive inning, it'll be the bottom of the order coming up. 7, 8, 9 hitters. Henley gets his last rep in. Actually, his second to last rep, as he's going to get a couple more here. Sabre Dogs trail 9-4 as the Pioneers have 8 hits with their 9 runs. As for the Sabre Dogs, they have 6 hits with 4 runs. Just overall offensively, it's not been a good series. As coming into today's game, they had been hitting just 146 against the Pioneers in the series and 199 against the Pioneers overall in their 7 games. And here is the 8th game between these two teams. So we'll see how the Sabre Dogs do here in the latter innings, trying to hold on to a 5-run deficit, as the righty from Emmanuel College making his second outing of the season. Quinn Ayers is 0 for 3 with a walk. Bottom of the order does not have a hit yet today. Wind up in the pitch. And that one misses outside for ball 1, and Henley's second outing underway. Foul tip, and that will make it 1-1. Breaking ball there. Pioneers would love to get back to the top of the order for the 5th time today, as they went through the order almost 6 times full. That one misses. However, the Pioneers only had 1 batter have 6 at bats, and that was Chance Medina, with 2 for 6. 2-1 pitch now. Misses upstairs, fastball to make it 3-1. It's going to be a long bus drive tomorrow morning for the Sabre Dogs. Unless they can pull something out of their hat in the top of the ninth. 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed, a breaking ball. Nice pitch from Henley to make the count full. Payoff pitch, now misses low, and Henley gets his second walk of second walk of his season.
And let's see if Peyton Lewis can pick up. Oh, it's not going to be Peyton Lewis. It's actually going to be Cody Wagner now, who was batting.
So pinch hitter for the Pioneers is going to be Cody Wagner, as Peyton Lewis has 4 plate appearances and 4 walks and 1 run, with 3 times being stranded on first base. What a bizarre game for Peyton Lewis. And, Wagner yesterday had 3 plate appearances and 3 walks, so things might not change here. As Henley steps off. It's been a walk sort of day for the Sabre Dogs pitching unit, as they have a total of 12 walks today. Is the first pitch in there for strike 1 on the outside edge. Henley looks over at first. Ayers has his decent-sized lead. Is that one outside for ball 1. Ayers has no stolen bases, don't have to worry about him too much. He's got some speed, just hasn't been able to show in the base paths yet this season. Throw back over to first base with Chauncey Callier. Good to see Chauncey Callier come back in the game after getting hit by Carter Dobrinsky on his glove hand on a bad throw from Chase Grillo. 1 pitch now, and that one outside will even the count 1-1.
The one that counted out was the same exact spot as the first 2 pitches. This one's going to be called a ball. It is a hitter's count.
2-1 pitch now from Braden Henley.
Here it comes. This is outside.
Now this outside to make it 3-1. Henley attacking on the outside portion of the strike zone. Seeing if he can't get Wagner to chase. If you know one thing is that Wagner is very patient at the plate. Just going based off of yesterday's performance with no at-bats and 3 walks. Now when hit off the pitcher's mound, and that one is picked up. Nice play by Josh Pano. Oh, what a double play! Tags out the runner at second, throws it over on a spin to first, and got it for the double play. Fantastic play by Josh Pano. Unbelievable play by the freshman from St. Mary's. So that will be a very rare 6-3 double play. That will make it 2 down for Carter Dobrinsky. 0-for-1 with a run reached via an error his first time up in the 7th inning. First pitch, check swing. That one misses low and away for ball 1. One pitch, that one misses outside for ball 2. Coming up for the Sabre Dogs in the top of the 9th, it will be Mastoni, Pollum, and Rubion. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Sabre Dogs. 2-0 pitch, that one misses outside for ball 3. The Big Sticks win 9-6 at Dakota Bank and Trust Ballpark. So the Sabre Dogs are now 3.5 games up on the Trappers. We'll see how long that lasts. 3-0 pitch, check swing, and that is a 4-pitch walk to put Carter Dobrinsky on for the 2nd time today. So that will bring up the 5th time through the batting order, starting off with Zach Peterson, who is 1 for 5. Actually, the 6th time through the batting order, with Peterson 1 for 5 with a 2 RBI single back in the 7th. Infield played in, and he put it right in between Nick Mastoni and Chauncey Callier. The Pioneers stay alive here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch, that gets away from Drew Pollum as it goes to the backstop, and rounding second and staying there is Carter Dobrinsky. Sabre Dogs with 13 walks tonight, and that is one of the many reasons why they are losing this ball game.
It was an absolutely terrible call by the home plate umpire. But in certain situations, you got to be smart not to get yourself ejected, because we did not have as deep as a team as the Pioneers are.
Now Henley steps off the mound.
It's like Wellington Mariano and Marcus Jorgensen.
Henley hears the 1-0 count.
Here's a 1-0 pitch.
Swung on and missed by Peterson. He has 2 strikeouts so far today. Evens the count at 1-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Sabre Dogs trail 9-4. 8 hits from the Pioneers, 6 for the Sabre Dogs.
Pioneers with 9 hits in this game, 1 error. 6 hits for the Sabre Dogs. They have 2 errors.
1-0 pitch, foul back into the backstop, and that will keep it at 1-2.
Contact, but it goes the wrong way.
Final game in progress besides this one, Hastings and Spearfish. They're in the top of the 5th there. Hastings leads at 8-3 over Spearfish. Now time called by Peterson, the shortstop for the Pioneers. Starting shortstop for the Clark Division All-Stars. Now misses low, evens the count at 2-2. Pollum stops it. Things are not going to get easier for the Sabre Dogs as the Sawbusters have been red hot offensively the past 2 games. They got 21 runs yesterday as that one misses outside for ball 3. The pitching staff will be tested for the rest of the season. They have 1 game left against Badlands, 2 against Hub City. Both have great offenses. 3-2 pitch now. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that will end the inning. So the Pioneers strand a runner, and we will send it to the top of the 9th. See if the Sabre Dogs can get a rally going. We'll be right back.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
One final chance for the Sabre Dogs to knock off the Pioneers as they lost the first 3 games. And here in the 4th and final game, they trail 9-4 coming into the top of the 9th. And the new pitcher for the Pioneers is Alex Jorgensen. Has a 1-1 record, a 3.18 ERA, making his 12th appearance of the season. He has 4 saves on the year. However, this is not a save scenario. He has 11 1/3 innings with 17 strikeouts, just 4 walks, and 10 hits allowed. Excuse me. So they will take on the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Mastoni, Pollum, and Wilson Rubion. Sabre Dogs were shut out last night for the first time, and also they could hand the Sabre Dogs their first 4-game losing streak. So Odom finishes his day with 1 inning with no hits, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. When Stoney comes to the plate, he is 2 for 3, has an RBI ground out, as well as 2 singles, a stolen base, and a run. Playing second base this evening. Ferguson sets and delivers. First pitch grounded foul on the third base side for strike 1. First pitch tomorrow against the Fremont Moose, 6:35 p.m. We try to bounce back after what has been a rough series. I mean, regardless what happens here in the ninth, even if they do win this one, they would still lose 3 out of 4. Here is the 0-1 now. Popped up in the air, and that one out of play, and that will make it 0-2. Been playing for 3 hours so far. So 4:35 Mountain Time starts. It's now 7:32. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Now one misses inside, fastball, make it 1-2. This game has flown by, feels like. Has been technically a long game in terms of time, but feels like the 3 hours have gone by pretty quickly. Much more so than last night's game. Last night's game was brutal for everyone involved. Even for the Pioneers, not enjoying the officiating from last night. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High leg kick, and that one is hit into right field, and that will be caught, as Bibiano had a tough time tracking it, but makes the play for out number 1. And that will bring up Drew Pollum, has had himself an interesting day. He reached via an error back in the 6th and was caught stealing. He got a sac fly back in the 4th and flew out back in the 6th. So he is 0 for 2 on the day. Drew Pollum now with his 4th plate appearance. See if he can't start a little run here. First pitch, now one hit to right field, and that will drop for a base hit for Drew Pollum. His first hit of the day, and that will extend this game for a little bit more. As Wilson Rubion will now come to play. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. He was caught stealing back in the 5th. No action in the Pioneers bullpen yet. Probably have to have a few more of those base hits to get anything going. Now the catcher, Will Olson, will head to the mound to talk things over. Well, there's only one game going on in the majors right now. It's the Nats at the Braves going on, all part of Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. As of right now, the bases are loaded for the Atlanta Braves as they already lead 5-0. There's 2 outs. As Brian McCann is at the plate. Nationals trying to get a game up on the Braves as they trail the Braves 5.5 games out for first place in the NL East. Jorgensen looks over at first. Drew Pollum quick, but not very much of a threat to steal here with 1 out in the top of the 9th as that pitch is in there for strike 1. Drew Pollum on the season with 4 stolen bases. Jorgensen looks over at second, or excuse me, first rather, and here is the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Sabre Dogs have just 1 fewer hit than the Pioneers, but unable to bring around as many runs. They have stranded quite a few runners here this evening. 0-2, that one in there for strike 3 for out number 2. So that will bring up Luke Quick, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Stranded on 3rd back in the 3rd inning. Pioneers just 1 out away from completing the 4-game sweep. Pitch, that one's in there, strike one.
All right, fans, it's time to get on your feet. Let's hear it. Bring the thunder here for hoping the final out of the inning.
0-1 count coming up. Jorgensen sets and delivers. Now foul back into the screen. That'll make it 0-2. Now just one strike away. Make a long trip all the way to Fremont tomorrow morning. Out there in center field, Cole Gamble practicing his layup form. Usually waits till after the game for stuff like that. Pioneers out here having fun. 0-2 pitch. And that one gets away from the catcher, Will Olson, and that will advance Palm over to second.
It looks like he and Jorgensen are not on the same page there. Jorgensen throwing
A runner in scoring position, however, Sabre Dogs still have a long ways to go if they want to have any shot at coming back in this one. The determiner in this game was the 5-run bottom of the 7th for the Pioneers. It was tied at 4 going into that inning, and Sabre Dogs actually took a 4-2 lead in the top of the 6th. Here is the 0-2. Grounded foul down the third base side. So we'll do that again. Phil Childs is on deck if necessary. Pioneers still just one strike away. Nobody holding on. Palm over at second.
All right, fans, keep it up. Bring the thunder inside.
1-2 pitch. Now and in there, strike 3, and that will end the game. So quick, I don't think he's going to like that strike call, but pretty quiet guy. He probably won't say anything. As the Sabre Dogs lose this one, final score 9-4. And the Sabre Dogs are swept as they now have their longest losing streak of the season. We'll go ahead and talk stats and standings coming up after the break. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio.
We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show, and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Sabre Dogs drop this one. Final score 9-4 as they are swept by the Western Nebraska Pioneers in 4 games. Here are your stats from tonight's contest. First for the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Leading off is Zach Peterson. He went 1 for 6 with a run and 2 RBI. Alonzo Bibiano went 2 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI as he went deep. Cole Gamble was 2 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI. Will Olson was 3 for 3 with a run and 2 RBI. Colin Ludwig was 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Chance Medina was 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Quinn Ayers was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Cody Wagner was 0 for 1. Carter Brinsky didn't have any plate appearances. He had a walk and a run. Peyton Lewis was 0 for... also didn't have an at-bat. He had 4 walks with a run. Cole Kaler was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Montesino came in for defensively, didn't come in for any at-bats. And Jordan Rathbone was 0 for 1. As for the pitchers, Bradley Morgan went 5 1/3 with 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 runs total with 4 walks and 4 Ks. Joseph Solomon went for 1 2/3 with 0 earned runs, 0 hits, 1 walk, and 0 strikeouts. Landon Odom came in for an inning, didn't have anything except for a strikeout, and Jorgensen came in for an inning with a hit, no walks, no earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. As for the Sabre Dogs, Philip Childs went 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Cruz Taylor was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Johnson Callier was 1 for 4 with a run and a strikeout. Josh Pano was 1 for 4 with a run, a strikeout, and a stolen base. Jace Edwards was 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Nick Mastoni was 2 for 4 with a run, an RBI, and a stolen base. Drew Pollin was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Wilson Rubion was 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and Luke Quick was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza has went 5 1/3 with 4 strikeouts, 8 walks, 4 hits, and 3 earned runs. Chase Grillo went for an inning, came in for no strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and 4 runs total. Jace Mapson went for 2/3, 2 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits, and 0 earned runs with 1 run. And Braden Henley went 1 inning with 1 strikeout, 2 walks in his first no-hit, no-earned run inning of his Sabre Dogs career. So once again, the Sabre Dogs drop this one 9-4. They are on to Fremont tomorrow at 6:35, as Bill Belichick says, on to Fremont. That's all the Sabre Dogs will be saying moving forward. And once again, it'll be a long bus drive across the state as they are still in Nebraska for 6 more days. They take on the Sudbusters after their 3-game stand against the Moo. So for the last time, this is Jared Slebby going to sign off from Gehring, Nebraska at Oregon Trail Park. Sabre Dogs drop this one 9-4. Thanks to everyone for listening, and have a great night.